Today, I'll share 5 locations in Hyrule that I think need new settlements in the near future, with concept art. If you're new here, then hi, I'm your average Hylian, just a normal, run-of-the-mill dude who recently moved to Hyrule as a traveling filmmaker. In my last video, I explored the 9 villages in search of the perfect place for a Joe Schmo like me to live. But during those travels, I saw parts of Hyrule that were just asking for a proper settlement. And I'm not just talking about Hylian establishments where they're gonna come and plop a boring old castle for evil monsters to invade. I'm talking about a healthy mix of all kinds of structures and people. Even some races that the folks of this land have never even heard of before. So let's dive in. Our first settlement would be located in the Gerudo Highlands region, specifically the Osira Plains and Teobab grassland. Tucked at the base of the commanding Mount Grenache, these plains are more than just a grassy field, but are instead a proper savanna. The terrain is spotted with baobab trees and is populated by powerful, imposing Lynels. Amongst the monsters are marauding wolf packs and birds, which can provide food sources for any budding settlements. It's in this fertile valley that we can not only find our first settlement, but a new race entirely. Populating this town is a nomadic warrior tribe known only as the Shakzus. The Shakzu occupy land for short periods of time, erecting straw huts that are easy to quickly set up and take down. After establishing their pop-up settlements, the Shakzu warriors will abruptly leave and travel to a new location. No one knows where they came from or why they're always on the move. Researchers speculate that their movement may not be by choice, and clues found at abandoned sites indicate that they may not be moving away in search of new resource-rich lands, but instead, they're running away. We can only speculate because any attempts to contact this mysterious tribe have been met with force. Outsiders are openly attacked, and researchers are only left with their theories. They appear as a strong antagonistic tribe, but deeper inspection might find a loving group that is desperately searching for peace and security. Perhaps a brave and gallant warrior can one day find a way to assimilate into this mysterious community and get answers to these questions. Our next settlement is less of a mystery, as it hails from a people with a well-known and established culture. It instead offers us a renewal and resurgence of what was once lost. To that end, I decided I would reach out to my good friend Hudson to see if he would even be interested in building this town. I found him talking to his new wife, Ronson. But before I could get a word in, this was all I could hear. Hudson? Sorry. Hudson? Hudson? Yeah, let's get this guy back to work. If the calamity is gone, Hyrule Field can once again become a fertile landscape for future development. There's no shortage of locations that are begging to be rebuilt. Mob Village, the Ranch Ruins, even the flooded Sage Temple Ruins. While all of these could make for exciting new additions to the Hylian Kingdom, the one area I would love to see up and thriving again would be here at the Exchange Ruins. While this would be a Hylian-controlled settlement, races from across Hyrule would take residence here at the crossroads of the entire kingdom. To the north of the settlement are the Hyrule Garrison Ruins, which can be rebuilt as additional housing for Hyrule's standing army. To the southwest lies the Colosseum, which is teeming with opportunity, but more on that in a moment. With the Exchange drawing in visitors from every corner, the settlement would quickly grow and rival that of Castletown. Within the walls, you'd find winding cobblestone streets that hold mysteries for even the most casual of adventurers, and one could get lost perusing the many shops, bars, and performers waving you down to spend your hard-earned rupees. And in a return from a bygone era, the town would offer visitors copious amounts of entertainment in the form of minigames. Beloved classics like Bombchu Bowling or the Shooting Gallery would be the highlight of any gaming enthusiast. But the town's real crown jewel would lie just outside at the newly renovated Colosseum. Gladiators would face off against Hyrule's most fearsome beasts, each trying to outdo the fighter before them. And in a tantalizing display, fighters could challenge each other to duels, even duels to the death. The Exchange would function as something of a cultural hub for Hylians, beloved by the stout-hearted youth and abhorred by their mothers. With the third settlement, we'd leave the windy plains of Hyrule Field behind and venture into the blistering cold of the Tabantha Tundra. Freezing and desolate, without an intelligent life form in sight, the tundra is an unforgiving, yet strikingly beautiful piece of the land. It's also home to some of the most commanding beasts the world has seen. The great horned rhinoceros and the Tabantha moose both call this place home. Lynels, wolf packs, and packs of horse-riding skeleton bokoblins patrol parts of this blistering snowfield. But it's the inhabitants of our new settlement that you should really fear. Or should you? Several wayward travelers have reported seeing a large, imposing figure through the haze of the blizzard, only to have it disappear. Most who experience this turn back, but if they were to press on, they'd find something truly special. Nestled at the base of Hebra Mountain is a small, unassuming cluster of wooden structures. But don't be deceived into thinking the simple appearance of these homes means they are full of simple inhabitants. No, what you have stumbled upon is a colony of Yetis. Many an explorer wouldn't dare approach these colossal beasts, but the brave who do will find themselves greeted with a smile and a warm bowl of soup. These frightening yet misunderstood creatures want nothing more than to be accepted into Hyrule society at large. Via ancestral tracking, this community is descended from a couple of Yetis who once called an isolated snow-swept mansion home. We can only hope that someday, a kind traveler with a little bit of courage can help bring everyone together. Whipping off to the south, one can often see a strange glow emanating from Satori Mountain. This glow has been rightfully attributed to the presence of the Lord of the Mountain, but many have failed to look deeper into this unique phenomenon. A thorough inspection of the vegetation around the mountain will reveal an almost unbelievable concentration of powerful plants and fruits. Hardy durians, Endura carrots, hardy radishes, and more can be found in complete abundance here. It's almost as if this area has something a little extra to it. There's a sleepy giant who's taken residence in the area, but compared to other areas, this piece of the country is overwhelmingly calm. It begs the question, is there something bigger at work here? Or perhaps something smaller? Much smaller. If we look a little closer, we can find our fourth settlement, specifically located near the base of the mountain in Sandoden Park. But if you aren't paying attention, you'll miss it. Keep looking closer, really close, and then you just might catch sight of the Minish, or the Picori as they are known around these parts. The Minish are known for their legendary Picori blade, and since they haven't been seen for nearly 100 years, anyone who finds them could be in for a real treat. The history books show that the Minish have come in many forms, some living in their mother forest, while others have taken up residence in existing towns or in the peaks of mountains. These Minish would be a new variant, ones who have developed a green hue to help them blend in with the lush grass of Hyrule. Their main marketplace would center around the horse statue, but some have chosen to spread out, building small, tight-knit communities around the bases of trees. Of course, the trees are just a few steps for someone like you and me, but to the Minish, it represents an entire day's travel. Like others of their kind, these Minish hide kinstones in various places for humans to find, and have something special in store for the individual who returns them. Much like the Minish, our fifth settlement is not so easily found. The Faron Woods, with its dense jungle environment, has always been a place where someone can easily hide. Rivers cut through the landscape, making it a difficult area to navigate for even the most intrepid of explorers. The woods are filled with powerful resources, such as mighty bananas and hardy durians, but foods this desirable can't be so easily harvested. Almost as if in opposition to these useful commodities, the woods are filled with dangerous creatures like Lizalfos and electric choo-choos who can strike you down before you've even seen them. The woods are also home to one of Hyrule's most curious creatures. Legends tell of a yellow sky serpent that emits balls of lightning, threatening any inquisitive searchers. I was not so lucky to spot this legendary beast, but perhaps I can have better luck in the future. But even without these threats, this community has thrived for thousands of years in secret due to their devotion to their ritualistic magic. Anyone roaming the woods of Faron has seen the evidence of this presumably bygone race. Stone carvings and pillars punch out from the earth, desperately seeking to escape the cruel deterioration that time and nature bring. So it's curious then that this mystic and secret race has begun to reappear in the trees of Faron. Their woodland shelters can be seen clinging to the treetops of Demel Forest near the Spring of Courage. Little is known about what lies beneath the Hylia statue that has been hidden away for so long. Perhaps it is from this spring that this tribe's resurgence originated. The tribe I speak of is, of course, the enigmatic Zonai. It's impossible to know what the future holds, but what I do know is that each of these settlements can enrich and improve the land of Hyrule. Which towns would you like to see built the most? Or is there something else entirely that you're wanting to see? Let me know in the comments. And before signing off, I have to say thank you for the outpouring of support I've received from all of you over the last few weeks. I'm absolutely blown away by the response to the first video. We are just getting started, and I can't wait to take this journey with you all. And if this is the first video you've seen from me, be sure to click here to watch my first video, where I find out what village in Hyrule a regular person like you and me could actually live and survive in. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.